Before we begin, drop a comment below with your country and the exact time you're watching right now. I want to see sunrise in Nairobi, midnight in New York, afternoon in Toronto, evening in Paris. Wherever you are, let me know. Now, let's begin. My name is Ava Flores. I'm 31 years old, and last Christmas Eve, my own blood sister tried to erase me from the family in front of 25 people. The house belonged to my parents, or so everyone thought. 6 bedrooms, indoor pool, wine cellar, the kind of place that gets featured in architecture magazines. The dining table was 20 feet long, set with heirloom china and crystal that cost more than most people's cars. Victoria, my older sister by 4 years, sat at the head like she had already inherited everything. Her husband Charles, hedge fund prince, kept topping up champagne glasses and smirking. My cousins had their phones out before dessert was even served. At 7:42 p.m. exactly, Victoria stood and tapped her glass with a silver spoon. Before we eat, we have a very special guest tonight. The front door opened. In walked a tall man in a charcoal Tom Ford suit carrying a monogrammed leather briefcase. A professional family mediator. Victoria had paid him $25,000 to fly in first class, stay at the Ritz, and sit at our parents' Christmas table and help the family address Ava's ongoing issues. His name was Dr. Gregory Harlan. He placed the briefcase on the table like a prosecutor, laying down evidence. Inside were color-coded folders, printed emails, bank statements Victoria had somehow obtained, and a full PowerPoint presentation titled, "Moving Forward, Healthy Boundaries for the Flores Family." Slide 1 appeared on the 85-inch TV. Ava's pattern of financial instability and refusal of generous help. Slide 2. Impact on family reputation and younger cousins. Slide 3. Proposed solution. Limited contact and supervised contact until stability is proven. My mother was already sobbing into her napkin. My father stared at his plate. My aunt whispered, "This is embarrassing," loud enough for me to hear. Victoria spoke with that fake concern voice she perfected in boarding school. "We just want what's best for you, Ava. We're worried. You're 31, still renting, turning down every opportunity we offer. We think it's time for professional intervention." Dr. Harlan nodded solemnly and opened the floor. "Ava, the family has expressed that your choices are causing pain. How do you respond to the concerns raised tonight?" 25 pairs of eyes on me. Phones recording. I stayed seated. Hands folded. I smiled, reached into my clutch, and slid one single item down the white tablecloth. It made a soft, expensive sound as it traveled. Matte black. Heavy titanium core. My name laser-etched in silver. American Express Centurion. The room went so quiet I could hear the fireplace crackle. Victoria's champagne glass stopped halfway to her lips. Charles actually whispered, "That's not possible." I let the card sit there for 5 full seconds. Then I stood. "Actually, I do have a response. I pulled out my phone, airplayed it to the same TV the PowerPoint was on. Balance appeared in crisp, white numbers. $212,773,891.17. Gasps rippled like a wave. I swiped again. Closing documents. My startup, the cute little app Victoria had mocked for 7 years ago, sold 3 weeks ago. Cash deal. $205 million wired. No loans. No investors. Just me. I let that sink in. Then I kept talking. Victoria, remember senior year when you told the entire school I would end up waiting tables because I was too stubborn to accept help? Swipe. Photo of me on the Forbes 30 under 30 list last month. Remember when you posted that Instagram story saying some people peak in high school and tag my old account? Swipe. Screenshot of the same post, now with 40,000 comments calling her jealous after the sale went public. Remember when Charles's company tried to buy my app for $8 million 2 years ago, and I said no? Charles turned the color of spoiled milk, because the headline on screen now read, Florist Tech acquired for $205 million cash. Founder Ava Flores rejects all outside investment. I turned to my parents. Mom, Dad, this house? I closed on it 4 days ago. The deed transferred yesterday morning. Merry Christmas. It's mine now. My mother dropped her wine glass. Red wine bled across the white tablecloth like blood. Victoria finally found her voice. This is a joke. You're lying. I smiled. Opened the banking app again. Clicked recent transactions. Showed the wire from the title company. $4.2 million. Paid in full. No mortgage. Victoria's husband started calculating in his head and realized he had just become a guest in a house his sister-in-law owned. I looked at the mediator. Dr. Harlan, you flew all this way for nothing. You can invoice Victoria for the full amount. Meeting adjourned. I walked to the front door. Stopped. Turned around one last time. Oh, and Victoria? Next Christmas dinner is at my estate in Santorini. I already bought the villa next door to the one you and Charles rent every summer. You'll have a lovely view of my house. Family only, of course. Real family. I walked out into the snow. Left them sitting in stunned silence. Left the mediator holding his useless briefcase. Left my sister realizing the person she spent a decade trying to erase had quietly built an empire 10 times bigger than anything she would ever touch. Sometimes revenge isn't loud arguments or screaming matches. Sometimes it's just the soft sound of a black card sliding across a Christmas table and watching the people who tried to bury you realize they've been standing on your graveyard the entire time. If this story made your blood run cold in the best way, do 3 things. 1. Type black card in the comments so I know you made it to the end. 2. Share this with one person who needs to hear it tonight. 3. Turn on notifications The next story drops in 48 hours, and it's even colder. I'll see you there.